In our previous lesson, we discussed the rules related to the Roman numeral system. Do you remember the rules? Let us have a quick review. Here they are. Take a moment and go through each rule. Based on these rules, we explored the set of Roman numerals from 1 to 10. An example of the first rule was the number 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. The second rule made us write 4 like this and not like this. 4 and 9 again are examples of the third rule. 5 minus 1 and 10 minus 1. And the numerals 6, 7 and 8 are examples of the fourth rule. Now let us see the Roman numerals 11 and 12. First we try writing the number 11 in the Roman numeral system. Can we write 11 as 8 plus 3? If yes, then how do we express it? Maybe like this. But wait, this cannot be done. Remember the second rule? A symbol can be repeated for a maximum of 3 times only. But there is another rule which says writing a smaller numeral to the right of a larger numeral represents addition. So can we write it as 10 plus 1? Yes, absolutely. We will write the numeral 1 to the right of the numeral 10. This will represent 10 plus 1, which is equal to 11. Therefore, we can write the Roman numeral 11 like this. Following the same pattern, can you try to write the number 12 in the Roman numeral system? Here's the answer. We will write the numeral 1 twice to the right of the numeral 10. Therefore, we get 10 plus 2, that's 12. Now it won't be difficult for you to write the Roman numerals 13 and 14. Pause the video and try them out. The Roman numeral 13 can be written like this. 10 plus 3. Next we have number 14. Did you get the answer? Recollect the Roman numeral 4. Yes, it was written as 5 minus 1. So can 14 be written as 15 minus 1? Since we have a specific symbol for the numeral 5, we could subtract the numeral 1 from it to get the Roman numeral 4. We don't have any specific symbol for the number 15. That brings us to an important point. The Romans used only the following symbols to represent the numbers. Hence, we cannot write the number 14 as 15 minus 1. There's no symbol for 15. The other way to write the number 14 is 10 plus 4. And how can we represent that? Yes, we write the numeral 4 to the right of the numeral 10. This means addition as per the rules of the Roman number system. That gives us the answer for the Roman numeral 14. You can see that to write the Roman numerals, the rules of repetition, addition and subtraction mentioned above are generally used. Let's talk a bit more about subtraction. We've seen how 4 and 9 are written using the concept of subtraction in the Roman numeral system. Let me ask you an interesting question now. Is it always possible to write any smaller numeral to the left of a larger numeral for subtraction? Well, that's not the case. Note that these rules get more specific when it comes to subtraction of some of the Roman numerals. This brings us to the final rule of the Roman number system. It talks about subtraction and is divided into 3 parts. Let us discuss them one by one. Here's the first part. The numeral 1 can be subtracted from the numerals 5 and 10 only. What do I mean by this? It means that we can subtract the numeral 1 only to write the numerals 4 and 9. Apart from these 2 cases, we cannot write the numeral 1 to the left of any other numeral in this system. Let's say we have to write the Roman numeral 49. It's 1 less than 50. So can we write it like this? Oh no, we can't. The rule does not allow us to subtract the numeral 1 from the numeral 50. Here we get to know what is not allowed while writing the Roman numeral 49. Similarly, the second part of the rule says the numeral 10 can be subtracted from the numerals 50 and 100 only. Let's understand the application of this part of the rule. Say we want to write the Roman numeral 40. Considering that the numeral 10 can be subtracted from the numeral 50, can you tell me whether writing the numeral 40 like this would be correct? Absolutely yes. As per the rule, this is allowed. What about the numeral 90? If we refer the rule again, then we can see that it allows subtraction of the numeral 10 from the numeral 100 as well. Therefore, we can express it in Roman numbers like this. But wait, where exactly is the restriction then? If we observe the rule carefully, then we can notice that subtracting the numeral 10 from the larger numerals like 50 and 100 are allowed. But subtracting from the numeral 500 is not allowed. Hence, writing the numeral 490 becomes a bit challenging. It cannot be written as follows. Again, we get to know what is not allowed to be written as per the rule. So let us move ahead with the third and the final part of this rule. The numerals 5, 50, 500 are never written to the left of any greater numbers. Yes, it means they're never subtracted. Let us understand what it means. Remember, we write the numeral 5 like this and not like this. It's because the rule says that the numeral 5 can never be subtracted. This cannot be assumed to be 5 as it's violating the rule. It also says that numeral 50 cannot be subtracted from any larger numeral. For example, the number 450 is 50 less than the number 500. But can we write it like this? No, we can't. That's not allowed as per the rule. Let me ask you one last question. How do we write the Roman numeral 500? Yes, you're right. It's denoted by this symbol. Is it possible to write it any other way in the Roman numerals? For example, like this? That's not possible, because the third part of this rule clearly says that the numeral 500 can never be subtracted from any larger numeral. Note that this rule again specifies what is not allowed while writing the Roman numerals. You must have noted that in all three cases of the last rule, we discussed more about what cannot be the answer. This is because the last rule more precisely tells us what is not allowed while writing the Roman numerals, unlike other rules. The other rules majorly help us in forming Roman numerals for different values. In our entire discussion, we explored all the Roman numerals in the range of 1 to 15 except the number 15. How do we write the number 15 in the Roman numeral system? Why don't you give it a try? In the next lesson, we will see how to write the Roman numeral 15 and many more numbers.